Drinking is for adults. Critical Hit is for adults. See what I did there? Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, world, and welcome to another episode of Critical Hit, a podcast where we drink beer and talk about everything. I am your host, Red King, and with me always is Crimson and Corona Warden.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Tonight we are trying Scrag Mountain Pills, Salt and Lime by Lawson's Finest Liquids.
Why does salt and lime just sound like an unenjoyable combination?
It's a margarita.
We will also be talking about Batman.
And what a piece of shit he is.
Semi-confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah, like we're just gonna go into the character and
Spoiler alert, he cucked his son.
Oh wow. So we are off to the races. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. We are Critical Hit. This is Scrag Mountain Pills. Cheers, bros. Let's go.
Cheers.
I was hoping it would taste like a margarita.
Mine ironically tastes like Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
It's not actually that bad, though.
A little before we begin, actually, let's rate this fucking thing. I'm gonna say it's a fucking 4.
Really? I'm going to give it a 5.
That's what? Oh wow!
Wow.
It doesn't. Maybe I just had fucked myself up and just.
Take another sip. Don't leave it at that. I mean, don't raise it like artificially.
It's not bad.
Nope. Are you sure?
I think.
It's a 5. It is a 5, but it can't go any higher.
No, my second sip, I'm moving it to a 4.
What the fuck?
So we're dancing now.
Well, so that's the thing, right?
It's like that shit where you're just back and forth.
Or like trying to go right and left.
Yeah,
Like, which way you going?
that's exactly what the fuck happened. We're playing chicken with our ratings.
So the first sip wasn't bad. There was a very good hint of lime. Well, it wasn't really a hint. It was very limey. I actually like that flavor. But the second sip just tasted like salty bitterness.
Damn.
Yeah, like it actually does have a really pronounced salt.
You know what else is salty and bitter?
Oh my gosh.
I'm back, baby. Anyways.
So,
I hope you drown in whale cum.
Listen,
Then who's salty?
listen, that is
salty and not bitter, but dead.
I feel like me and an OnlyFans model would have a lot in common by that point.
So a quick before we begin, we have gone very far together as a podcast, and some listeners. I don't, maybe like 7 or 8 of you. We're gonna start to move theming a little bit, change our format slightly. We're gonna end up losing the beer as we continue forward, just like a little bit, you know, keeping sharp, keep straight, trying to get the format right. New podcast, trying to be your favorite. And we will still be our foul-mouthed asshole selves, just minus the cold ones. Probably cold other ones, but
Yes.
But that's the future plans for the podcast.
Yep, I'm sipping on some Dr. Pepper right now. It's hitting good.
So, without further ado, Batman.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. The old campy Adam West Batman.
I got a really interesting Adam West story that we're gonna get into eventually.
Why does it sound like you personally knew Adam West?
I feel like I know him a lot better now.
Oh, R.I.P. Adam West.
Oh, R.I.P. for sure.
Yeah.
One of the GOATs.
Yeah.
And with this story that we'll eventually get into, it will make him even better and more terrible.
Uh-oh.
It's like a good, no, it's a good kind of absolutely fucking awful. So Batman debuted in 1939 in Detective Comics number 27.
Yeah.
Even before that, the very first actual image of Batman was a little promo in Action Comics number 12. Batman is kind of in the, like in his genesis, in the early issues, he was more like a pulp detective type of thing. It was honestly a lot grittier, not grittier, but it was fucking more violent.
He had a gun.
He was fine with killing people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So Batman's creed is relatively new.
Yeah, the creed, the contemporary Batman is much different guy. This guy was, if you look at some of the art for like the original, like from Detective Comics, not only was he looked like skinny and weird.
I actually never seen the original. So I'm kind of curious to see what this is gonna look like.
Here we go.
Like if it looks anything like bad box art Mega Man, I'm gonna be really
it kind of does.
Dang it. Yeah, for some reason back in the early days of any type of artistry, it seems like people always had the weird, lanky, don't know how to pose. Just like, man.
So here's Detective Comics, the original issue. Of course, my phone's going to act like an asshole. My Google foo is weak today. Of course, it's not going to load. There we go. This is...
Whoa. Oh.
He was like scary looking. He looked like
actually
Count Dracula up in this bitch.
He looks like Zero from Mega Man X, his weird head wings.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got that going on.
So Batman as a character, his alter ego? No, the alter ego is Batman.
No.
I'm an idiot.
Bruce Wayne is technically the alter ego.
Because he's more...
He is Batman.
Okay.
He even says it himself.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's sociopathic, right? So he was born to Thomas and Martha Wayne. We already know that. He witnessed the murder of his parents at the hands of some rando thug.
That I feel like numerous times in different stories they tried to like name and make important, but they're just thugs. They were just thugs.
It's Thug 1. He's Thug 0 because he's part of the backgrounds. the origin story.
Thug O.
He probably left that night and went and overdosed.
Hit the heroin and he was gone. He was just trying to calm down after murdering those two really rich folks. So they were all walking back from the movie theater. They just got done watching The Mark of Zorro. That is
really?
Yeah, that apparently was the detail. That was the movie that they had.
Okay.
Not like the 90s one with Antonio Banderas.
Listen,
but that's a Mask of Zorro, right?
Well, there's two, but yes, one of them is the Mask of Zorro.
There was like a remake of The Mark of Zorro, right?
Well, the Mask of Zorro is the first one he's in.
I'm not a Zorro professional, to be fair. So,
they're not bad movies.
And he was orphaned without anyone to take care of him but his butler, and went and did a little diving. Like his whole living alone in a mansion thing with just his butler is some bullshit because they actually name several fucking family members, aunts, uncles. He's got a grandma that's still alive. He's got like cousins and shit.
He's so alone.
I'm like, bro, fuck off.
Not really. He's
Get Alfred to get some of your family on the fucking line. And ain't nobody really wants it. Because, right, I've had death in my family, and the relatives always come up and try to while out and do some stuff like stupid shit, and like even being broke. I couldn't imagine being rich and then like your parents get off and then all of a sudden nobody wants to fucking usurp the
maybe Alfred put a few of them in the dirt because remember he's like a former spy.
No, Alfred's a badass, bro. Like that's
like maybe some of these guys did turn up and Alfred's like no.
Yeah,
because that was gonna be my first thing. Is like it was a glaring flaw. Oh, but you know, if your butler's a SAS agent or whatever,
yeah, dude, Gotham. If you've seen Alfred in Gotham the series,
I try.
Oh my! Here's the thing. I'm gonna say
show was uncompelling.
I'm gonna throw it out there that Gotham is just like it's like Hot Topic Batman villains. So that's not the good part about it. But Alfred is certified badass in that. Like he is cool as hell.
There's one of my favorite comic panels. Right? It's like somebody's attacking Wayne Manor and Alfred just has a double barrel shotgun and is like, you're under the impression I have the same morals as my master, as he's just reloading it because he just shot somebody. And he's like, I don't.
Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it. He's cooler than Batman.
So, you know, obviously he grows up, he starts some ninja training. He just,
you know, as you do.
like he just, you know, instead of getting therapy, which right, Alfred's cool as fuck. I'm sure the phones work in Wayne Manor. I'm sure Gotham's got a few psychiatrists.
We don't make appointments.
Well, considering that Harley Quinn is one of them, maybe they're not the best.
Wait.
Oh,
wait, dude. Wait. Did Critical Hit just write a spinoff?
Wait.
Tries to shrink Bruce Wayne.
No. That would be
whoa. Don't release this episode. This is weird.
We just close it right now.
It's just like suddenly it just cuts off. Like whoa.
But like Harley Quinn is Lil Bruce Wayne's shrink.
I think she's younger than Bruce Wayne though.
Well, we're comic book artists. It doesn't matter. We change the continuity.
Yeah, continuity don't mean jack.
An Elseworld story. Okay.
Yeah. Fully.
Ooh, hold up.
Get the pens out, boys.
Yeah.
Let's break the story. We are now Story Break, which is a podcast is really, really fucking good. I'm not trying to stomp on anybody's toes.
Put the feet right in the fucking cornflakes.
It's like Matt Arnold, Will Campos. Oh, I can't remember.
Like just the third guy,
and he's just sad right now. Like he just so happens to love our podcast. Oh my gosh! Yeah, no. So here's the thing. The thing I always kind of found interesting because like that's kind of a good point. Where it's like the normal aspect of like the grieving process and you've just lost your parents and this, that, and the other thing would be, like you said, it would be therapy.
Freddie Wong! Damn it. I'm an idiot. My Google foo was good on that one.
Yeah, he snapped right to it. But yeah, no, having like, it's such a weird turn that it was like, instead of therapy, ninjas. Naturally. I'm gonna go up in the mountains and just
because you're gonna want that. You're gonna be like angry and you're gonna want that revenge. And you're gonna be like so little and I could say it. I could speak English. Prepubescent, and you got no muscle definition. and that just
noodle.
Like that's gonna fuck with you for years. And then eventually you're gonna learn about strength training. You're gonna be like, it's not enough.
Well, so here's the thing, right? So Batman first came out, won World War II. was starting.
Yes.
They didn't even recognize it as PTSD back then.
Ooh.
It was shell shock or battle fatigue.
Which also makes sense why they thought.
So therapy, as we know it today, basically didn't exist.
True. It also
And
makes
if
sense.
you went, you were frowned down upon. Because if you were sent to a therapist, a sanatorium,
That's fair.
You were crazy and undesirable.
And it makes sense why we thought that ninjas actually existed in modern day.
So, like the whole Batman thing, right? Like, there's a lot of stuff that's really interesting about as a character, like what he would do, because it's that idea of like, if you really wanted to get to doing something and you had infinite money to do it, like,
yeah.
I mean, I guess I would become a mass vigilante. We've actually talked in depth about this.
no, for sure. We were,
Oh man. Hopefully certain ventures don't pay off.
no, right?
I'm gonna be cricking out there like
Bone Man is here.
Like when we were in our late teens, we were doing a bunch of like strength training and we were ordering like these online workouts from and just like trying to get really fucking yoked.
Yeah.
And we were going to become costume vigilantes because because we watched this thing and there's this dude named Phoenix Jones.
Yes.
Yes. And he was wilding out in Seattle, just fucking with people and just kicking ass, and apparently on a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Which was really fucked up.
What a tragic fucking end.
But now he fights MMA, and it's
well,
okay.
apparently he always did. Apparently, like, and he was related to like a semi-known like MMA fighter. Like he's like pretty semi-pro. And turns out the whole time Phoenix Jones is just fucking twisted.
Shaking in the streets. Just. And he was in a costume, bro. He had a full costume.
I know.
And he had
He
it
got
with
the meth powers.
and he had the cowl, and he couldn't turn his neck, and then he modified it so he could turn his neck. He had his own fucking Batman story.
He got stabbed like 50 times.
Yeah.
That dude got hurt, man.
I think the only drugs that Batman would probably be on is like
PCP.
Oh, I was not going to say that.
I mean, if you mix PCP and alcohol, you basically are just don't feel pain.
It's PCP and alcohol.
So here's the thing, right? One of my teachers, when I was in school, he talked about this in front of the class one time. He was just at a bar drinking, and this dude came in just rolling out on PCP and just started getting drunk and tried picking a fight with him. And this particular teacher was a big dude. Like, he's been big his whole life. He picked up a dumpster and threw it at the guy, and the guy got right back up and kept coming.
It's PCP and alcohol. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Wow.
Oh, poor Batman.
So I've got a fun fact about Batman.
I don't think there's much fun about Batman. Let's hear it.
Right? So it's kind of a two-pronged thing. I'm trying to
Like his hat?
He's got them two pointy ass fucking.
It's like a TV antennas. Like he got Dish Network in his shit.
He has Dish in one side and Direct in the other.
Just watching two shows at once. I was doing it before it was cool. So in 1939, Batman came out, right? And you know, in the 1950s, he came up into this Batman's a very popular character, and what ended up happening.
Oh, I feel like I know what you're gonna say here, but keep going.
Well, two things happened. In the 1950s, they started to freak out when Batman got his ward Robin. And
his ward.
And they started to like freak out and think that he was gay and liked to hang out with the boys.
Old McCarthy.
And So there's this kind of like this comic book, gay panic that happened.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" And one of the so two things happened. They started targeting the name Bruce, which was really weird because apparently it's somehow considered a gay sounding name.
Nope, Bruce Campbell, not possible. That's a man's man right there.
I bet. It happened to the Hulk too. So
yeah, because Bruce Banner
became David Banner.
Oh,
and then eventually they changed the name back to Bruce, and then wanted to keep David. So David is Bruce's dad, and the Gray Hulk in some storylines.
I mean, I guess good flip, but a little weird that you cared that much.
But they were like, oh, you can't have, like, they wanted to change Bruce Wayne's name because apparently.
Well, the weird thing too is because Bruce is a common name
from that era. Yeah.
It was like very.
There were a lot of Bruces knocking around in the 50s, dog.
Imagine being Bruce.
Yeah, like you're just a young buck. You're like fucking 12 years old, and you're like into comic books. You're like Batman, is like, and you're hearing on the radio. Right, because they didn't have fucking TVs.
They absolutely had television in the 50s.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm showing my not age but dumbness. But like,
they couldn't have TVs back then. They were reading by candlelight.
They were reading by candle.
Post World War II, you start getting refrigerators. Everybody's buying houses.
Right.
Microwaves come out. Like,
so anyways, I'm just trying to say you're a young buck named Bruce, and they're all saying that your name is gay.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna call out everybody named Bruce?
Yeah. Like that's really unfortunate, man.
So that was the first thing that happened.
you were gay or a communist. That's it. Because that's the era of McCarthyism. I hope that fucker is getting fucked in his ass right now.
I think he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's just getting pounded by the devil.
He's getting bruised.
By a chainsaw.
So, so the second thing that happened in the 50s, based on these types of panics, and not for nothing, but Batman was always out there like clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of it that was happening.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? Bruce Wayne is a playboy. He's always with women.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
But it started
Should have proven something.
It started the establishment of the Comics Code Authority, which is a sweeping censorship law.
Mm-hmm.
That
forbid the clapping of cheeks.
It did.
That's rather incredible.
Yeah, so it so one of the things that it has is actually it's just a lot of repeating the same thing as like crimes shall never be presented in a way that creates sympathy for the criminal or to promote distrust of the forces of law and justice or inspire others to desire or imitate criminals. And they would just repeat that type of thing again and again and again.
Right. That's a bit problematic, isn't it, though?
Policemen, judges, government official, and respected institutions shall never be presented in such a way as to create disrespect for the established authority. Crime, if depicted, shall always be a sordid and unpleasant activity. Right?
Generally speaking, it is, I guess.
No, but like when you're a drug dealer and like you're making all this money, you got on them bricks of cash, bro. That's a different way of depicting crime. That's somewhat glamorous.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. But even in that one, you remember that one where Brad Pitt and fucking Michael Fassbender or whatever his name is? You remember that one?
Wall Street?
No. It was fuck. I don't want to. I wanted to say the Transporter, but I know it's not that. That's Jason Statham. But remember, he gets his fucking neck chopped. Remember?
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah. It goes through his
So that
fingers.
wouldn't have been Comics Code Authority because it wouldn't have been compliant because all scenes of horror, excessive bloodshed, gory and gruesome crimes, depravity, lust, sadism, and masochism shall not be permitted.
This only applies to comics, though.
This is true.
because video games and movies are regulated by different boards.
But so Comics Code Authority doesn't exist anymore.
Good.
Thank goodness.
Like suggestive and salacious and illustrations of suggestive posture is also unacceptable. So like, you know, standing hot was
yeah, no hip, no booty pop, none of that. Maybe that's why everybody always looked stupid and constipated in old comics.
None of them were getting laid.
Nobody was getting laid.
But,
they were all just spandex wearing virgins. Oh man, that's a whole different ballgame now.
boy.
Is that an ankle?
and they're like, just, what the fuck is that stance? That changes the entire context. So Batman's actually a virgin.
If the 1950s had anything to say about it, they want you to believe that.
He was a gay virgin.
Yeah. Ooh. Bruce.
So there was a lot of things that from like stuff like that changed the trajectory of like how like all of his different allies and like they created like Batgirl and Batwoman in response to these moral panics. And now they're their own characters, and you know they all have their own complete storylines and everything, but they were just like, and it was happening for Superman too, and like so they had like Supergirl and all that.
Yeah.
But Batman is a like he has these young wards that he child endangers and takes on adventures and all this, and
that's
right
true.
Like he because I did a little like research. I'm like, well, does he adopt them in any way? Like, is this just like a working relationship? Is he just like, hey, go out, go do something during the daytime? When it's 8:00, you show up here and cuss.
Please don't. That's it. Ooh.
That sounded really wrong.
Implications, Batman. You gotta get your shit straight, my guy.
Well,
yeah, there's more. just keep listening.
So he doesn't actually adopt any of these fucking kids.
There's nothing legal about what he does.
I went ahead and I looked it up, and
he does have an actual son, though.
Which
there's so. That was gonna.
More.
So this is gonna be one of the stories, right?
Holy segue, Batman.
Yeah. So Batman's always out there getting around. He always is.
Yeah.
I think it was in the 60s was the first one, right?
Oh, we were.
This is a. Shit, I wish I remembered the fucking name.
We were talking about this in the car on the way over here, and I was just like, what?
So trigger warnings abound. Now is your chance. She was a Nazi.
Oh, the original one?
No. This is one of the first really weird things that happened to Batman. She was a Nazi, and she had a disabled son who she put in a mech suit, and that was her minion. But she didn't want a disabled son. She wanted a very strong and very able son to.
Well, that's very Nazi.
Yep.
Yep. It gets worse.
She gets her disabled son to kidnap Batman, and she tries to rape him in order to get her very strong, good genes. New, soon to be Nazi son. I don't think it worked.
Also, bold assumption to think it was going to be another son.
But like, and I'm looking at the fucking panels, and the exact fucking dialogue.
Oh no.
Goes. It's gonna happen one way or another, mein Liebchen. You might as well enjoy it.
No means no.
Yeah, it got a little weird. He got away though.
Oh gosh,
I can't remember how, but he fucking got away.
thank goodness.
So Batman has a son
With Talia al Ghul.
who roofied him
Yeah.
and got a little bat busy.
Yeah.
Oh my, really?
the thing, right?
So I have to really preface a lot of this with this is not funny at all.
It's not.
It's not funny at all, and you know, like obviously those trigger warnings was there for a reason, but it's weird what they do to bats.
Oh gosh.
Like what? So what are they doing to Bruce, bro?
Well, that's kind of an interesting parallel, though, right? Because that's the thing, right? How many strong female characters, that's just their only defining characteristic, is that they've suffered some kind of abuse or sexual trauma.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Batman has suffered it, but is still a strong character regardless of that. And there are plenty of storylines where that doesn't happen.
Right.
Which,
But Damian Wayne actually exists and is a permanent fixture in the DC universe, and his origins are as follows.
Yes.
And I'm like, how about you calm the fuck down, whoever wrote that shit?
yeah. So here's the thing. I will say this.
The other weird thing is she was put up to it by her dad, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
so creepy.
that's-
The implications. So
That's
creepy.
the thing, though, is that Ra's al Ghul has always wanted Bruce Wayne to take over the organization.
Yes.
Yeah. Because he's also a ninja, right? They're all ninjas.
Yes, they all work
Assassin.
under him.
Assassins.
They're assassins.
Yeah, so
yes.
come on,
the
they're
League
fucking
of
ninjas.
Assassins.
Because doesn't Talia all fucking like she's literally a fucking kunoichi, basically. That like her whole fucking theme is basically that.
Not really, but I mean, I dig it. Like it's shadowy,
Well, they
Night
couldn't go that
Stalkers.
close to Daredevil.
right?
Yeah, good point. Actually, that's actually a really good point.
Who should be named Batman.
Yeah. Actually,
Whoa,
wait, whoa. Oh. So yeah, I will. Obviously, I will just go back to that other point. I will agree that it's not funny that it happened.
She does not dress like a ninja.
But I'm thinking, yeah. Well, I'm probably but I was thinking more. Wait, because Talia's in Suicide Squad, isn't she?
Nope.
No.
Who was that one?
That is Oni.
Oni? Get
Yeah,
the fuck out of here! I didn't
No.
even.
it is Oni.
But here is the thing. As I said earlier, Bruce Wayne cucks his adoptive son in the worst way possible, mind you. So Barbara,
Wait, who's his adoptive son?
essentially, Dick Grayson was the original, I believe.
Yes.
But he didn't adopt him.
Well, yeah, not you know what I'm saying. De facto adoptive son. He lives with him
Yeah.
and shares beds with him, which is a little fucking creepy. But yeah,
don't remember that
there
one.
was that was one of the reasons why they had a big panic about the Hermer implications. So, which is even worse because he was a kid. But you're gonna feel a little something more after this. So Barbara Gordon.
Oh.
Mind you, Commissioner Gordon is like his buddy, right? And
Yeah.
Barbara Gordon grew up around Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
since little kid. So now when you see this crap, especially in the Batman animated series, the implication starts getting really weird because when they first introduced Barbara Gordon, he's like, Barbara, you've really grown up.
Oh boy.
So like, and she's like, so she's 18 in that series, and she kind of thirsts after Batman a lot through the whole thing. She flirts with him, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
And he like starts reciprocating eventually. So it gets even worse because Barbara ends up in that series with Dick Grayson. So they're an actual canon relationship, and it's even weirder because they call it the Bat family. So oh my gosh, it's horrible. So in the Batman Beyond comic, Batman sleeps with Barbara Gordon. they fuck on a rooftop and she gets pregnant.
Okay, so who is that kid?
I don't know if they ever explain who the actual kid is or
he's got a secret second son.
Technically that's his third if we're going into Batman Beyond, right? Because that's the thing. In the very last episode, Amanda Waller reveals to Terry that he is in fact Bruce Wayne's son.
Yeah, I forgot.
Because she just collected his genetic material from all around town.
And also in the Batman Beyond series, they have a part where he's like going through old photos and there's photos of him and Barbara Gordon.
Whoa.
And this is old fucking Bruce Wayne looking through this shit. So like this dude, like it's so problematic. Now the writer's name escapes me, even though I looked it up just before we started this podcast. But this writer was through the animated series and some of the Batman Beyond comics.
Mm-hmm.
And he just loved the ship of Batman and Barbara Gordon. So it was really, really creepy. Like the implication even just of the writer was really, really creepy because he begrudged this dude. And
well, that gets even weirder because it's like she's confirmed to end up with Dick Grayson. So is the theory that Dick Grayson ends up with Starfire, so she goes back to Bruce Wayne?
Whoa.
Yeah. So there's a whole.
He Nightwings out, and now he's just.
So here's the thing, right? Technically speaking, Dick Grayson actually functions as Batman with Damian Wayne as Robin for a little while.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
And you now have a much like freer, looser, more jokester style Batman with a very serious Robin, so it flips the thing on its head.
Yeah, which that actually in and of itself is just cool, but like
because you get to maybe wipe the slate clean of all the creepy fucking because Bruce Wayne, like I said, phones work, bro, and like therapists are a thing, but they were, Alfred was like, fuck that. And, Bruce grew up and he's still having nightmares and freaking out and like just assing out in a big way. He's like, I don't need to fix this. This is great. I love me. And then he's like, I'm going to get stronger, more violent.
Why do you sound like Macho Man Randy Savage? You're talking like Batman.
Because the cream always rises to the top. I'm the Batman. Bruce Wayne. Nobody does it better. That should have been a thing.
So alternate universe Batman, where Batman is Randy Savage.
Yeah, he just goes off the fucking rails. Like he's not rich.
Yeah,
he's just a WWE wrestler.
So like maybe what happens, right, is like the family does his extended family does show up. And they kind of rip Wayne Industries apart, they kind of cannibalize the company. They're, infighting destroys everything of their empire, right? Bruce just grows up and he just does a lot of strength training still. He's still real, but he's just freaking out in the streets. Yeah, I am the knight. Yeah, the knight's coming for you. And he's just out there just beating the living tar out of people. Like, so were you stealing her purse?
So it turns out when you take money out of Bruce Wayne's bank account, it's a whole lot less impressive.
Yeah, because the only thing that keeps...
He's just a tweaker beating people up.
Yeah, and really, really unfairly strong.
Yeah. He was not...
I got that Bane venom.
Yes.
And it's just meth.
He's above the law because he's got money.
And right? Like all the crazy shit noodling around in his head. Like he has as far as a character goes, he has like a huge support system as far as allies in battle.
Yeah.
He tends to socially isolate himself if he's not like clapping supermodels and stuff.
Or his best friend's daughter.
Right?
No, you know, one of the relationships I really enjoyed that they set up in the Justice League cartoon was Wonder Woman and Batman.
Yeah, which is interesting power dynamic.
Well, so that's the thing, right? Have you guys watched any of like the newer like Young Justice or any of the newer DC movies?
Young Justice was actually really good for the first 2 seasons. I never watched the third one.
Third one's bad.
Shit.
Season 4 is supposed to go back good, but season 3's opening was weird. It just completely flips a bunch of what happens in season 1 and 2 on its head. For no reason.
What was really interesting about Young Justice is the whole Superboy dynamic.
Yeah.
Because that what was the name of that fucking company
I don't remember.
that cloned?
Yeah,
and he was real angsty and angry and stuff. And Superman was super awkward about it, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I don't know. And Batman sat him down in a diner. Is like, you gotta take responsibility for this, Clark.
because he's like, I'm used to this shit.
And that's basically what he was saying. He's like, this shit happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wake up and a sun just appears out of nowhere. And he's all full of piss and vinegar. And he wants to kill things. Because that's another thing about Damian Wayne as Robin is he always wants to fucking kill things.
He's way more like Red Hood, right?
Yes.
He's way more like Jason Todd.
Yeah. Which, I mean, so many Robins and so many of them, which is kind of ironic because they all eventually grow to hate Batman.
No, Dick Grayson doesn't hate Batman.
I mean, he temporarily hates Batman.
He does for a little bit, but they do reconcile.
Yeah, true.
Jason Todd also, yes, does end up not really liking Batman, but it's not like he's wishing death upon him.
Yeah, so maybe hate might be a strong word, but they have a complicated relationship.
If all of them got drunk in a room,
They probably
they'd start fighting.
Yeah.
Be like, we're gonna kick this fucker's ass. Like
all of us could take.
like, hey Bruce, remember that fucking crowbar? Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass.
That's a little dark, but yeah.
Well, Damian Wayne uses a katana as Robin. Like, he's just out here with a fucking sword.
He's trying to
I'm gonna
kill
cut people's heads off, father.
We don't do that.
He's acting.
I do that.
You want to know what's kind of hilarious? Now I'm thinking about it. Is if you've ever played the new God of War, Atreus.
Oh yeah,
and Kratos have that same fucking dynamic.
Yeah. That's literally like Batman and Robin dynamic, right?
Yes. So it kind of brings me to that next thing about his mindset as like a superhero, right? That whole I will not kill anybody. I'm gonna beat the living shit out of them. I've seen plenty of like even in the Arkham games and stuff like that where you're fighting in a dirty fucking prison bathroom and you grab a dude's head and just smash it off of a sink.
Yeah.
You don't kill people.
You just concuss them.
Yeah.
I mean,
you just leave them.
He broke the fucking sink.
Yeah.
So likely that dude's skull is also broken. Or he's suffered some traumatic brain contusions.
Yeah.
But he's alive. He might be a vegetable.
He's still alive. And like you get a lot of these villains and some of them are harmless. You got the Riddler who like you want to talk about like a really uneven power balance there. You're sitting there, it's like, riddle me this, Batman. You're 92 pounds. Why the fuck are you poking him, dude? Why are you trying to get him to find you? He's gonna be like one of those fucking days. He's gonna catch Batman on a really fucking bad day.
Yeah.
Right.
He's gonna be sitting there in his like fucking little room, like with all of his cameras, like, ha ha, you can't find me. All of a sudden the door, bang, opens. He's just fucking standing there. Fucking like white knuckle just what are you gonna do? Just scream your head off. Maybe you throw something at him,
Throw that little cane.
Yeah, he makes a beeline towards you. It just starts putting it on you.
He just grabs the cane and just breaks it over your head.
Yeah, he will fuck your life up.
This is just the beginning.
And there's like, and there are some villains that, like Condiment King, is an actual villain in the bat.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds like a Wonder Woman villain.
Not. Oh. He does have a mayonnaise gun.
Oh no!
I wasn't going that
Oh,
route, but Wonder Woman's villains are notoriously shitty.
Third squad, I feel. So,
Damn it!
I gotta tell you, if I was Batman, because like, right, from time to time you have a bad day, and that was the one thing the Joker said, right? You know, all it takes is one bad day.
Yeah.
And you want to know what would be one bad day?
The Batman who laughs.
Yeah.
You want to know what would be a really bad day is if somebody fired a high pressure stream of ketchup or mustard or mayo.
Or all three.
Yeah, like he's sitting there, he's like, I'm about to give you
Taste my condiment.
I'm gonna shoot my mayo at you. And it's gonna hit me in the face. And
Hope you like to swallow.
And I'm going, it'd be a situation, and that, like, he'd sit there and he'd be like feeling okay about himself, like, I just nailed the Batman with fucking mayo. And I just made a jizz joke. Like, why is he just standing there? And then, like, in 2.5 seconds.
No, you just see he goes to his side and just opens up the utility belt and pulls out a 22.
Yeah, he pulls out that 1930s joint.
But like he still had it. He had it.
It's been there the whole time.
Oh my! Just dead.
Just get hit with a greasy stream.
Yeah.
No, like let's be honest, that's the most aggravating. Because think about it, when you're eating like a burger and you just drip a little bit of ketchup or something on your shirt, and you're just like, it ruins your day.
And this dude hits you with, and it's got range.
Yeah.
And he's got these tanks of condiments on his back, and he's just like,
Like, why?
I would mag dump him, dude. He'd be gone.
Just chase him down.
No.
Because like there's nothing you can do. If you hit him with ketchup and he gets pissed off and he starts coming at you, what do you got?
Mayo.
Like, you just keep hitting him with it. He just gets more and more angry until he gets his hands on you.
And
This is broken bones.
and you have, so those are like the lesser villains. And granted, the Riddler is kind of a screwed up dude. Like he's done some violent shit in his time.
Yeah.
But like no one tops shit like the Joker, who in some comic books have like, I mean, like there was one where he killed a bunch of babies, bro.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's the thing, right? The Joker shot Barbara Gordon as Batgirl, so she becomes Oracle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Paralyzed and like it's one of those things where
And then one of the Robins does get killed by the Joker.
Yep.
That's Jason Todd.
Yeah. Yep.
Crowbar.
Yeah. Violently. Just.
And that's the thing, like it's cool to have a creed, but that's a shitty fucking creed to have. And it's a creed that confirmed gets people fucked up.
Yeah. I guess he also says some shit that don't make sense because he's like, if you kill a killer, there's still just as many killers in the world.
So kill two.
Yeah. If you start
I was
killing,
gonna say, at that point, the more you kill, your logic doesn't make sense anymore.
like that's just assuming that you kill one dude. Then the amount of killers stays the same.
Yeah.
But as soon as you kill more than one, that's the only parameters. You kill more than one, and then all of a sudden things are better.
Yeah. Because we're talking about mass murderers here. We're talking about bombs. We're talking about freaking, he has people, right? The Joker, for example, does a laughing gas thing, messes up people's minds, and then uses them to like rob banks, shoot people, like hold hostages. Like I would kill him. Like, I would definitely kill him.
Well, right. That's the thing, right? That's always been the biggest argument is that if any of the Batman villains deserve death, the Joker is definitely one of them.
Oh, guaranteed.
Because so you have Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze.
Very few of them are. So, like, the Penguin is one.
The Penguin depends on your iteration because he's the mob, right?
Yeah.
He's not necessarily out there just blasting people like the Joker is. Has he killed people? Certainly. But he doesn't just like shoot a rocket launcher into the infant ward of a hospital.
Right.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing is I think, you look at somebody like the Joker and he's just messed up, dude. He's a sadist. He's like
The Joker is chaotic evil.
yeah, just psycho, pure psycho. But it's like, even when it comes to like as a fine example, look at something in real life. Look at the Hell's Angels. Yeah, they're bad people in some cases, but they also do like, oh man, let's do a freaking charity event. And like, it's like, so it's like, organized crime syndicates sometimes are this weird gray area. And I would argue, not saying that you should, and not saying any crime is okay, but I would argue if you kind of left the Penguin alone, he wouldn't really be. He's just trying to open a shady business and make a lot of money out of it. It's like, if you really didn't F with him that bad, he'd probably be killing other, like, crime doers. That
Right. He'd be taking out other mobs.
Yeah, aside from that, leave him fuck alone. Like, and like a lot of these motherfuckers too will be like, oh, I'm gonna do some shit in Arkham. Fucking let him. Arkham is trash.
Get as many of the worst guys in like Victor Saz, like the Joker and fucking Scarecrow.
Yeah.
We should fuck Scarecrow because that'd be horrifying.
And just blow it up.
Yeah.
Like I expected that there would be some critical analysis of Batman, but the amount of dunking on him is like, first of all, kind of warranted, and second of all, like more than I thought it was going to be somehow.
Well, here's the thing, right? He could do more good just as Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
So Gotham City is a piece of shit city, right? That's confirmed. All the officials are corrupt. It's all fucking like bullshit. He could still have all the like strength and martial arts training and shit that he has, but just start buying up property.
Yep.
He probably has enough money to buy the entire fucking city.
Yeah, like he owns, and that's the other thing is he owns, speaking of him messing around with other people's girls, he owns the Daily Planet in Metropolis.
Wow.
And he has some history with what's her face there? Lois Lane.
So if I was Superman, I literally from across the freaking I don't even have to be in the same area as you. I could just use my crazy super zoom vision and just zoom and you're dead. You wouldn't even know it. Oh, he's got like counters to everyone in the Heroes of the Justice League if they're in the same fucking room. And if you don't just surprise him, slam through the building and just red mist him.
So that's one of the other problems, right? Is one of the recent Justice League movies is somebody hacks into fucking Batman's computer that has the weaknesses for all the Justice League.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, why is that shit on a computer?
Yeah.
Why is that not just in your head?
Yeah, just remember that shit. You're super smart, so you.
Well, the other thing is that technically he has his own weaknesses in there, so that if he goes bad, the Justice League can stop him, right? That's supposed to be the big thing, but it's still fucking dumb because that whole premise is somehow somebody hacks into fucking Batman's computer.
Yeah,
but the other thing is, right, like he has all of these elaborate plans to stop the Justice League.
Also, how the fuck do you stop Wonder Woman? She's technically a god.
Oh, well, what was it?
Because she fucking made of clay or some shit.
Because in that
Zeus
movie,
clapped Hippolyta.
Oh, fair enough.
Like the actual origin is she's not clay. She's fucking just like Hercules.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're fucked.
Zeus clapped cheeks.
Like, because
as he is warranted to do.
And it's like, oh, I have my weakness too. Yeah, it's called a gun in the mouth. Like I thought, like, you don't have superpowers. Yeah, you have a killer suit. Great. If you get him outside of the suit, you could kill him. It's not that hard.
Well, I mean, his mouth is just open anyway.
Yeah, just pow, done. That's it.
Well, that's the other thing, right? So how many like just random muggings and shit does he stop in any of Batman media? If you give those people better fucking housing or jobs or shit, which he could do because Wayne Enterprises is a massive fucking thing. And if you're like, we're expanding into housing.
Yeah. Put those fuckers in a coal mine.
Well, no, I wasn't gonna go there, but like, be like, oh, you can live in the building, you just have to maintain it.
Yeah. Stop. Like, here's like maybe stop hitting everybody.
Bring business into the city.
Right.
Because it's a major metropolitan city. I mean,
right.
like,
And then so you end up with Mayor Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, we're going to start cleaning up Arkham.
Start opening some factories and shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I was. That's where I wanted to go with this. Kind of is
until we started dunking.
No. That's exactly what I wanted to do because as a character, he's got way too many flaws. Almost like that. The whole if you idolize him, you've missed the point.
Yeah.
Like Fight Club and things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Which I actually think that's kind of a better thing anyways, because because one of the major things was, oh, he could be any one of the other villains at any time, because essentially it's just mental instability all around. And it's like, okay, cool, but there's also the fact that he is technically still just as bad.
Yep.
Like he's doing all kinds of illegal things. Yes, arguably for a good reason, but he's not really improving much by just going the streets and just beating the shit out of people. I feel like you're just taking your aggression out at that point.
Oh yeah, like all he all he has is just anger.
Yeah,
he just wants to fucking hurt things. If it wasn't for being a million, or if it wasn't for having a semi-decent moral code, he'd just be in the bat suit fucking murdering people.
He's a murder hobo.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. So
welcome to Batman Murder. Well, that's the new one.
That's fucking Macho Man Randy Savage Batman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I am the darkness. I am the night.
That was good.
So I have a story. I promise you all a story. An Adam West story.
Yo, yeah. I'm not ready for this.
Okay. Well, ready or not.
Oh yeah.
Ready or not, here comes the worst story you'll probably all hear all week. So Adam West, who played Batman in the hit TV series Batman
in the 60s.
Yep. And the 60s was a crazy time, full of all types of weird stuff.
No, please don't ruin my image of Adam West.
I don't know what your image was, but
Adam West was crazy, dude.
Yeah, he was, but he was like a good crazy.
No,
I thought.
he's this kind of crazy, right?
Okay.
So he was friends with the guy who played the Riddler in that show. I can't remember the actor's name. Yep. Google foo, go for it.
Yeah.
As you're Googling, I'm going to tell you the story. It's a quickie.
Yeah.
But it's a goodie.
It's a quickie, like Condiment Man.
Oh my gosh.
They would obviously, being a celebrity gets you into a lot of parties. A lot of parties do a lot of crazy stuff.
Oh no.
Corey Michael Smith.
Corey Michael Smith, thank you. Adam and Corey would frequent swingers parties and orgies and stuff like that, and would frequently get kicked out for staying in character.
Oh shit.
during the festivities.
Oh no, it was Frank Gorshin.
Oh, Frank Gorshin. Thank you.
Oh,
There's somebody rolling over it who's like, "That's not it. It's Frank Gorshin, you idiot." But yeah, they would actually stay in character. And they would say lines,
oh my lord.
and it was context appropriate lines.
So
They're doing dirty talk in Batman and Riddler voice.
so they
I've got a riddle for you.
so there realistically could be like a parody potentially on
Oh
the
my
home.
God. Why do you always bring it?
You and your fucking laptop with limited battery life seem to have a lot of battery life. In the
Listen, that thing. Oh, it is a hard drive issue. That's a side note. That's
Yep.
that's a personal thing. But oh yeah.
So
fucking solar dynamo powered laptop. You're just on a fucking exercise bike, just beating it with one hand while the hub is running.
so that was the Adam West story.
Well, here's the thing. It did actually not change my opinion on that. It makes sense if you think about how weird that fucking guy was.
So, I mean, the thing is that, yeah, it's weird, but as long as everybody's a consenting adult.
yeah, because
and the thing is, they did leave after they acted stupid, and people were like, apparently couldn't get into it.
like I
Get out.
like
Get out.
They played the theme song upon entry.
But you,
On. And when they leave, they play it in reverse.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's hilarious. What would you play it on? Because they didn't have like boom
Record
box.
players.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that'd be a cool amount of prep work, right? You're like, you're going to one of those types of parties, and you wheel in a record player. Be like, what's that for? You'll know.
Oh, you'll know.
Oh, you'll know.
The phone rings. And then, no.
Like the introduction is
And
just
then
the bat signal.
Yep.
The fuck is going on?
Oh boy.
But I wonder who else attended. I'm curious now.
Oh, just all types of crazy celebrities, degenerates, and
because there was other campy superhero shows at the time. Do you think Spider-Man was there?
No. So when they leave, it goes, Nam tab. And they just run backwards out of the room.
Like
With
that
their
cheesy.
pencil. like, what the fuck?
Capes.
Like, you done fucked up this whole situation.
Like the fucking Riddler didn't even have a cape.
He does now.
He was wearing Batman's cape. Oh my god.
Nani?
But that was my story, and yeah, man. So
No, I forget what town he was living in, but it's the one he died in. Adam West had himself listed under both Batman and Bruce Wayne in the phone book.
nice.
Like you could look it up and it would say see Batman, you would go to Batman, it would say see Wayne Bruce, you would go there, and then it would see Adam West.
Nice.
Okay, I would probably do the same thing. Like
Yeah, I'd run game like that 100%.
Well, so he was the mayor on Family Guy forever, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because
He was just Adam West.
Yeah, but
as Adam West.
he played himself, and he was just as weird as he is in real life. And they actually, those weird live action segments, they had him in there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had actual Adam West, which I'm like, respect. You owned your weirdness.
Yep.
And granted, orgies with Batman and the Riddler is a little fucking weird, and I feel like that's gonna be forever etched in
Well,
my
the
life.
latex is helpful there.
And with that, we are at the last call. We are Critical Hit. The drink of the night has been Lawson's Finest Liquids, Scrag Mountain Pills.
It just doesn't sound good.
Yeah, there's no way you could run. You can't say it fast.
Scrag Mountain.
Scragging Mountain Hills for that Scrag Mountain Pills.
Yikes. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Subscribe anywhere where you can hear us. We appreciate the support. Find us on Twitter at Crit Hit Official. New episodes every Thursday at noon. Till then, drink hard, play responsibly.